2 cái thôi.
I just landed a job as head of security at Seraph Industries, a cutting-edge
Hồi mẹ
biotech firm.
gấp chắc phải bằng
David Seraph
5
himself
cái bên đẹp.
handpicked me for the job. Said he needed me to keep his people safe. My ex, Megan Reed, was one of them. Brilliant neuroscientist.
Energy drink được
found a
tầm
way to make
23%.
augmentation
Tại
safe
lần nào
and
tao
affordable
hồi
for
75% thì tao uống energy drink.
All she had to do was present her research to Congress. But the night before her big meeting, my security measures failed. A team of Black Ops mercenaries stormed into Seraph headquarters, massacring everyone on site.
Mày
Three
bảo
of
là
the mercs were heavily augmented
Đó là-
fucking tanks. Their
cả
mission?
AKM.
Take out Megan and her team. Tried to stop them, but their leader tossed me through a plate glass wall.
Đâu?
Last thing I heard
Đạn
as
của
his
tao.
bullet slammed into my
15
brain
viên.
was Megan's dying scream.
45 viên đạn AKM sẵn.
I should have died with her. Only I didn't. High-end
16
military
dễ
grade
không à? Tại nó
enhancements
khổ lắm.
saved my life. The best augmentation Seraph's money could buy. Took me half a year to get a feel for her. Should have taken longer. But 6 months into my recovery, Seraph Industries was
Khu này
attacked
nếu mà
again.
quát vào thì ngon, mà duo
This
thì là
time
ngon, đủ đồ.
by a radical group of pro-human purists. Violent, militant, and fanatically opposed to human augmentation. They claimed to be members of Humanity Front, a non-profit organization that wanted the UN to limit biotechnology research. The thugs broke into Seraph's factory and found machinists working overtime on a top-secret military augment called the Typhoon. Seraph sent me to retrieve it, and when I did, I found one of the so-called purists next to it, wired with cerebral implants, trying to download its classified specs. Obviously, something more was going on. The AUG killed himself before I could question him. Seraph ordered me to dig deeper, so with the help of Frank Pritchard, Seraph's head of cybersecurity, I did. Turns out a second hacker had been controlling the AUG's actions from somewhere off-site. Pritchard and I tracked his
K98
signal
đúng không?
to
Cảm
a
giác bắn nó
secret
khác sót
FEMA
mùi.
internment camp in Detroit. The Black Ops mercenaries were there.
Đạn MG
The
mày
same
lấy
nerds
suppressor
who'd
MG.
left me for dead 6 months before.
Ở đây là khẩu K98 đấy.
Figured they'd try again when they saw me. Wasn't so easy for them this
Tại nhà
time.
ông trời bảo cho nên cái đánh K98.
I took out the tank named Barrett. Even got him to give me a new lead.
K98 một khẩu.
Penthouse apartment in China.
Đâu?
Of course, we both knew it would be a trap in the end.
Con nhà đạn à?
Không, đạn nguyên đi. Đi không?
Hengsha Island, China.
Cái này kiểu bị tai
Home to
nạn.
a city so crowded, they had to build a second city on top of it.
Sang kia.
Trying to find clues in Hengsha wouldn't be easy. Lucky for me, I wasn't alone.
Cái này nếu cần cầu
Farida
nếu
Malik, Seraph Industries ace pilot,
Chặn được này.
had lived in Hengsha before. A good person to have on
Cái
your
vòng tròn như
side.
kia.
She knew enough about the place to get me
Cái
around.
là tao mày của đấy nè.
Malik dropped me
Mẹ
in the lower
bên
city,
BT7
close to
mà.
the penthouse
Lấy ô tô
back.
chặn cầu à?
Chặn ăn gì?
Bell Tower Associates, a private security firm
con lấy ô tô à?
contracted
Chả
the
cả.
Chinese government, had agents tossing the suite when I arrived. Just not for the reason.
Cái hai thằng kia đâu nhỉ?
Turns out the man who lived there was a criminal hacker named
Hai chạy
Van
ngược
Bruggen.
lên khu trên rồi.
The same hacker who had been remotely controlling the AUG in Seraph's factory. Van Bruggen's panicked decision to force the man to commit suicide had been a mistake. Now his mercenary partners were gunning for him, and I needed to find him before they did. Locating Van Bruggen meant playing nice with the triads, Hengsha's organized crime lords. They had the hacker holed up inside a low-rent capsule hotel. By the time I found him, Van Bruggen had no
Tao mày giết
qualms
một, tao giết
giving
một
the
đúng
woman
không?
who hired him.
Tao bắn trên
Zhao
thằng.
Yunru,
Tao bắn
president
trên
of
thằng
the
thằng kia
Thailand
đấm nhau vào
Medical
tao.
Corporation.
Tao mày giết chúng nó bắn
According
chết
to
ai?
Van Bruggen, Zhao
Hả?
wanted to
Tao bảo
monopolize
nó
the
luôn bắn nhau
augmentation
nó mà
industry.
đấy.
Cái
He
đạn.
hired Black Ops mercenaries to destabilize her competition. Seraph
Khu này chắc chưa có
Industries
người.
was at the top of her list.
Hy vọng.
To prove this, I needed to get inside TYM and grab a surveillance hologram off a server. I suspected Van
K98
Bruggen
đi
was
gặp
hiding
shotgun hơi
something
lắm.
when he told me this.
MG.
Nothing could have prepared me for what I saw.
MG thì
Megan
méo
was
mó
the
có
dead.
không?
She and her 4 best researchers had been kidnapped, spirited away somewhere where their kidnappers made it look like they were dead.
Tao cần khẩu Ska.
Desperate to learn more,
Dạ.
I confronted Zhao
Kiểu
in her
quen mà nó sao mờ
penthouse.
lắm.
She claimed to be a pawn in a bigger plan and hinted at a group so powerful it controlled global interests at a whim. Then she slipped into a panic room and hit the alarm, forcing me to make a very quick exit. I figured Zhao was lying, but part of her confession made sense. David Sarif had been worried about his people. So worried,
Ô tô vào đây mà.
he'd required all of them to have subdermal locator devices surgically implanted. The GPOs were broadcasting the day of the attack,
Đang đi trên đường.
but Zhao said a single call to Picus, the world's leader in global 24-hour satellite news, had turned those signals off.
Các bạn nghĩ khu này người rút rồi nhưng mà
I needed to fly to Picus headquarters in Montreal if I wanted to
vì
learn
cái nhà
more.
kia là anh em mình.
Eliza Cassan,
Chắc là hai thằng kia
Picus
chạy ra
Communications
Primos xong
first
nó
lady
chạy
of
vào
the
đây à?
news. Malik thought I was reaching when I told her Eliza was involved in this. The world's most famous news anchor, working with a mercenary hit squad.
Con giáp 1.
But when I confronted Cassan in her office, she freely admitted to jamming Detroit satellites the night Megan's team had been taken. Said she's just been following her commands. I suspected she wanted to say more. But Black Op mercenaries showed up looking to shut us both down. And just like
Mày có
that,
extended chưa?
the Eliza I'd been talking to disappeared.
AK á? À mày bắn
The
AK
mercs
ra.
were led by an augmented killer I crossed paths with twice before,
Tao còn 4x mà nữa.
Fedorova, a woman
Mày
who
bắn trước
made
đi.
silence her best
Tao còn
friend.
8x rồi.
She waited for me to track Eliza's transmission to a secret server room underneath the Picus complex, then jumped me from behind. A deadly fight ensued. I made sure
mà
she
vàng này
never
à?
moved silently again. With Fedorova down and no one left to keep Eliza quiet, she reappeared. Turns out Picus's first
Đây,
lady
đây.
of news wasn't a lady at
Rồi
all.
nhà này.
She was a sophisticated AI program, engineered to monitor data streams and control what people believed. Eliza
À,
told me the
SMG này
Mercs
này.
had brought in a Humanity Front
Đấy,
doctor
đằng sau lưng này.
named Isaiah
Chỗ vừa nãy.
Sandoval to remove the scientist's implanted
Lút này,
tracking
ra đi
devices while Detroit's satellites were down. She also told me to speak to David Sarif if I wanted to learn more. By the time Malik and I got back to Detroit, tensions between normal and augmented citizens had reached a flashpoint. Riots were breaking out in
Đây là
several
chỉ muốn thêm ít
cities.
máu là
The UN was being
bằng 2
urged to
nữa.
intervene. Sarif was trying hard to convince Hugh Darrow, the inventor turned philanthropist who'd once been a
có đây
leading
đâu.
proponent of enhancement
Có, có.
technologies, to help stop
có
a
cái
possible
đấy.
regulatory vote. Sarif had a lot riding on Darrow. Megan's discovery would have given millions of people the chance to evolve beyond their normal human abilities, and at the same time catapulted Sarif Industries to the top of the Fortune 500. According to Sarif, Megan's kidnappers knew this
Đéo có
and didn't
Scar.
want people evolving unless they controlled
Không có
how it was
camera.
done. He called his enemies Illuminati
À thì thử đéo.
and urged me to keep searching.
Hả?
Determined to do so, I tracked
Ah,
down
that's a lot
Sandoval
of-
via America's most
On.
outspoken augmentation opponent, Bill Taggart,
Làm về lâu ấy.
Sandoval's
Ngồi đây.
boss and founder of Humanity Front.
Các
Sandoval
bạn đã
wanted
định
to
sáng mai
operate
nghỉ
with
đi
his team when I
lên
confronted him,
về muộn
but said he
tối
hadn't
chơi
removed
khuya
their
không?
GPOs. He merely switched them
Mai
to
bố
a
được nghỉ,
different
hôm nào cũng
frequency.
chơi 5 giờ sáng.
Pritchard was able to
Nhưng mà
trace
bên
all
này
the signals to China.
ngày 5 giờ
Malik
sáng
and
là
I immediately took off in
2
pursuit.
giờ mày.
2 giờ đêm.
Unfortunately, the Illuminati were one
Chưa
step
đủ à?
ahead.
Thế tí gửi bạn vừa đi về nhà xe báo lỗi rất nhiều lỗi
Tower
rồi.
Associates, seconds after entering Hengsha's
Thế mày á?
airspace. Malik's piloting skills saved me.
Chả biết là báo đéo bật điện đéo lên báo lỗi đẹp.
I escaped into Lower Hengsha. The
Mình
tracking signal I was following led straight to the tribe.
xe đấy đồng hồ điện tử nó báo GR 1.7.3
The
lỗi
augmented
điện
arm of
đỏ
Tom
trên xe.
leader of a gang of augmentation harvesters.
Chuyện nghe lỗi luôn.
Tong said they'd taken the arm off
Xe
a corpse,
lớn
which
mà
Bell Tower had left at their door.
báo lỗi kiểu của nó.
At least one of Seraph scientists
Chắc
was
là do thấy em vừa hỏi thế
maybe
là
not
chắc
the
là
rest
do
of
cái
them though.
siết lại ác quy này.
Tong pointed me to a port
Hả?
used
Nhà
for
này có
human
mũ level 2
trafficking
này.
and helped me slip aboard a Bell
Đang
Tower ship.
dở game à?
Người ta đang đứng có mũ level 2.
Google ấy, Google lại lỗi trên mạng xem.
Mũ
Lỗi này
level
nó nhiều
Đã
lỗi.
làm ra.
mũ level 2 một cái 8x một cái 8x.
Lấy trong đấy.
I once thought I could save the world.
Kéo này con đi.
Now look at it.
In yet another augmented terror attack, 251 passengers aboard sister airlines flight 451 were killed. When an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew.
Game này có phải được này.
Còn bao nhiêu người ấy?
Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the AUG incident. That horrible day 2 years ago when augmented people all over the world flew into a psychotic killing spree, causing the greatest loss of life in recent history.
Phải lên chín điều đấy lại chung tô bật hay vậy luôn.
Sao đây?
Sometimes you just have to let go
Không có nhát
and
hả?
embrace what you've become.
Nó bắn. Nó
Not
bắn
gonna
đi
go
mà
all
một mình nó bắn
wonky on
một
us
cơ
now,
quan này, sau
Hanson.
lại bắn 2 thằng nữa, sau lại bắn 3 thằng nữa.
What if I do, McCready? I guarantee you'll never see
Trốn
it
đầu.
coming.
Agent Jensen, am I gonna have a problem
Nó
with
bắn hay
you?
rồi. Cái quả cuối thì tôi nhận rồi,
Sure.
team kia ngu vãi lồn.
No reason to assume
Thằng
you
Tô
would.
đứng ở ngoài vòng
Good,
hơi xa thì còn 20
because you
giây.
are the
Thì
only
nó còn 2
augmented
thằng,
operative
bắn chết
on
một
this
thằng rồi.
team,
Thằng kia
and I
hút
intend to
lên.
make good
Tiếp
use
Tô
of
vì
you.
nó đứng sau cây mà chết, ngu vãi lồn.
Listen up, all of you.
Nó mà
We
đứng ra
got
lấy
a
tiền của nó.
sandstorm barreling down our ass, and we can't afford to make mistakes. We're going after this man, an arms dealer named Shepard. He's ex-Bell Tower, one of the special forces commanders who disappeared during the incident.
And he's
Không,
come out of
lên nhưng
hiding.
mà trước lúc đấy thằng Tô nó bắn kinh.
It's not.
giết
He's
4
selling
thằng này, giết 2
weapons
thằng
and
này, xong
military
giết 3
grade
thằng
augments
nữa.
to terrorists. This is Aran Singh, the undercover agent who lured Shepard out of his hold.
Con mẹ.
Best you see Interpol's got.
Đi ô tô mày.
For 3 years he's worked hard to get in tight with the Jinn, an Iraqi smuggling cartel that's infected the Eastern Hemisphere like a plague. Last week, our arms dealer sent a message to the Jinn, offering to sell them a shitload of black market merchandise dirt cheap. They told Singh to handle the buy.
They're not gonna like it when Interpol disrupts that party. Singh's cover really that good?
It is right now. We need to keep it that way. This is where the deal's going down. A half-finished high-rise hotel that's been abandoned
Mày có nhiều
ever
đạn bẩy
since the
không?
incident.
Đéo có đạn.
It's not a pretty picture inside.
Let me guess. Most of the laborers were augmented with
Nó
heavy-duty
75 viên
industrial
rồi, tao cũng
rigs.
75 viên.
So when the incident
tao bắn
hit
AKM.
and they all went schizo, things got gruesome real fast.
And no one, except for some homeless junkies, have been inside the place ever since.
So what's the plan, Director?
Singh's meeting Shepard on the ground floor, inside the hotel's
tao bắn
main
AKM.
atrium. He sent the bulk of his Jinn crew to the penthouse levels to secure a vantage point. I want McCready's team to take up positions overlooking
Tao
the
đang có cái clip
atrium
một
and make
người
the arrest. Jensen,
clip mà hôm
you're
qua cầm
going in
lưỡi
solo
dao
from the
đùa một
group.
thằng ấy. Đợi
My
đi.
objectives?
Keep the Jinn from joining the party. As far as we can tell, only one route connects the atrium to the penthouse level, a halfway decent elevator shaft. Here,
Tiêu máu tí.
I want you to block access to it.
Cho tao một cái flash là được rồi.
Just cut me loose.
Một lên căn đèn đâu.
Do you plan on relying solely on your augments for this one? I'd recommend taking a little hardware, just to be sure.
I'm not leaving my six
Quay lại.
exposed. Give me something
Quay lại coi
lethal.
hướng này.
Your call, but Singh's undercover in
Đây,
all
bên máu đấy.
this.
So watch your fucking sights.
What about range? There's lots of wide spaces and high ceilings in there, but a number of tight and constrained rooms
Rồi,
too.
góc đây.
So it's a crapshoot, really.
Khu nhà này không mở cửa.
Well, I'm not looking to play dumb.
Your call. Less chance of being. One last thing, Jensen. Singh said the Jinn are using some sort of port.
I'll keep an eye out for it. But aren't we on the clock here? You said there's a...
There is, and we got the intel on this mission at the very last.
Copy
Có
that.
thằng ở
AW à?
You're up first.
AW. Đọc chính xác hướng rồi.
hướng của tao và của mày nó khác nhau.